Hello, and today we're going to be doing Cashflow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. There's a saying that goes, it's not what happened in one life that matters, but it's the meaning one puts on what happens that matters. The period from 1986 to 1996 was, for some people, the worst time of their lives. For others, it was the best of times. When I received that phone call from my rich dad in 1986, I recognized the fantastic opportunity that this economic change presented me. Even though I did not have a lot of extra cash at this time, I was able to create assets by utilizing my skills as a BNI. Later in this chapter, I will describe in greater detail how I created assets that helped me become financially free. One of the keys to a successful and happy life is to be flexible enough to respond appropriately to whatever change comes your way. Unfortunately, most people are not equipped to handle the fast-breaking economic changes that have already happened and continue to happen. However, most people are generally optimistic and have the ability to forget. After 10 to 12 years, they forget, and then things change again. History repeats itself. Today, people have more or less forgotten about the Tax Reform Act of 1986. The E's and S's are working harder than ever. Why? Because their tax loopholes have been taken away. As they have worked harder to get back what they lost, their incomes have gone up and their tax accountant has again started whispering the same old words of wisdom. Go buy a bigger house. Interest on your debt is the best tax deduction. And besides, your home was an asset, and it should be your largest investment. So they look at the easy monthly payments, and they get sucked into a high debt position. In my opinion, a great transfer of wealth is happening, and it may be happening in a very different way than what you might expect. This is why my rich dad had me read books on economic history. Economies change, but history repeats. And money continues to flow from the left side to the right side of the cash flow quadrant, just as it always has. Many people are deeply in debt, yet they pour money into the stock market, often through their retirement plans. The B's and I's on the right side will sell at the top of the market, just when the less cautious people on the left side overcome their fear and enter the market. Sometimes something newsworthy will happen. The market will crash, and when the dust settles, the investors will move back in. Then they will buy back what they sold. Again, we will have another great transfer of wealth from the left side to the right side of the cash flow quadrant. It will take many years to heal the emotional scars of those who lost money, but the wounds will heal, just as another market is nearing its peak. At about that time, the people will begin quoting Yogi Berra, the great New York Yankees baseball player. It's deja vu all over again. Is it a conspiracy? Often I hear people, especially E's and S's, say that there is some kind of global conspiracy held together by a few ultra-rich families who control the banks. These conspiracy theories have been around for years. Is there a conspiracy? I don't know. Could there be a conspiracy? Anything is possible. I know there are powerful families who control massive sums of money, but does one group control the world? I see it as one group of people on one side with one mindset, and another group of people on the other side with a different mindset. They're all playing this one big game of money, but each quadrant is playing from a different point of view with a different set of rules. The big problem is that the people on the left side are unable to see what the people on the right side are doing, but the people on the right side know exactly what the people on the left side are doing. Witch hunts. Instead of finding out what people on the right side know, E's and S's often go on witch hunts. Only a few centuries ago, when there's a plague or something bad happened to a community, townspeople would go on a witch hunt. They needed someone to blame for their plight. Well, witch hunts still go on today. Many people look for someone to blame for their financial problems. These people often want to blame the rich for their problems rather than admit their own lack of information about money, often is a fundamental reason for their struggles. Okay, I hope you liked that. If you did, please like and subscribe. Bye!